in just 30 days from a tiny test tube. My harvester ant colony has grown into a large, powerful, and fascinating community. I've been observing, filming, and even creating challenges, habitats, and predators to see how they would react. And this story will show you why the world of ants is so captivating. The beginning. On the very first day, the whole colony lived in a single test tube. Despite their small size, they proved to be incredibly strong. I placed a live mealworm inside. Instantly, the ants switched into defense mode. Half of them attacked, using their mandibles to crush its hard shell, while the other half protected the queen and larvae. Their stingers injected potent venom, completely paralyzing the mealworm, turning it into a food source for days to come. But within just a few days, the tube was getting cramped. I decided to move them into a hybrid nest, a much larger home. A single scout discovered the new nest and returned to spread the news. By the end of the day, the entire colony had moved in. Day 6, the desert. To make life more interesting, I began building a desert habitat. I layered the base, mixed sand with coconut fiber, added rocks, wood, and cacti. After connecting the nest to the desert, a few scouts stepped into the new territory. I sprinkled their favorite food, dandelion seeds, and soon the whole colony swarmed out to gather them. But the desert held danger. One unlucky ant stumbled into a pit made by an antlion larva. A fierce struggle followed, but the predator eventually dragged the victim under the sand, never to be seen again. I also added Mexican jumping beans, which hide caterpillars inside. At first, the ants ignored them, so I had to cut them open to reveal the soft meat within. Instantly, the ants swarmed, tearing the caterpillar apart and carrying it home. With food now abundant, the queen began laying more eggs, signaling a coming population boom. The rainforest, preparing for an expanding colony. I built a rainforest habitat in a special-shaped terrarium. I planted grass and introduced flightless fruit flies as prey. The ants quickly poured in, hunting flies and carrying them back with ease. But the rainforest wasn't just full of food. Here lived a Venus flytrap. One ant, lured by sweet nectar, stepped inside and was slowly trapped as the jaws closed. Over the next few days, the plant would dissolve it into nutrients. My jumping spider, with sharp eyesight and venomous fangs, though Jeremy turned out to be camara-shy and hid away. His presence made the rainforest a far more dangerous place. Day 23. Natural disasters. I wanted to see how the ants would handle nature's fury. In the desert, I created a sandstorm using a hairdryer, sending sand flying as the ants clung desperately to the ground. In the rainforest, I made fog and a thunderstorm, providing precious water for the colony. Day 28. The intruder. Near the end of the month, I introduced a dubia roach into the nest. At first, it avoided the ants, but when contact was made, both sides were startled. The roach quickly fled the nest and vanished into the desert, leaving the queen unharmed. Conclusion. In just 30 days, my harvester ant colony transformed from a tiny group into a thriving community, spread across multiple ecosystems, facing predators, disasters, and still growing stronger. Despite some losses, their resilience and adaptability are truly remarkable. This journey is only the beginning, and I'll keep exploring this small yet incredibly powerful world.